Welcome back, friends, to Vampires of the Rim, a RimWorld Biotech adventure. I'm Juniver, and today we're going to jump back in here with Alex and everybody else here as they proceed on their quest to the stars. So this is one of the downsides to turning off the automatically expand home zone. I'm never going to turn it back on because this downside isn't that bad, but your colonists won't repair anything if it's not in the home zone. So make sure that if you do turn off this feature down here, the automatically expand home zone area around new constructions, if you turn this off, which I highly suggest you do, you're going to have to be pretty careful about what ends up being designated in your home zone. Like, look, none of this was in the home zone, which means if it got damaged, they wouldn't automatically repair it. That looks better. The Empire is chilling, I guess. We don't have anybody to give them. I'm not going to give them Underwood because we need blood for our vampire. So I guess they're just going to chill there. I could give them gold, but I want to keep my gold, thank you very much. Mainly because we need it for advanced components. Built this shelf here and they immediately put random junk on it. So instead, they're going to put barrels here because it can hold more than one thing now. And they're going to put shells, specifically high explosive shells. And also while I'm here, I'm gonna set the settings for this so that they only load high explosive shells into the mortar. I don't want them loading something that I'm not anticipating them loading. So we're just gonna set that. We don't have any other shells, but if we did for some reason, I don't want to be surprised. What? Why? What? Cole, he can't fight back. You have to rescue him. You did the damage. You gotta heal him. You destroyed his left middle toe. That's not very nice. What happened? What is this fight all about? Underwood subtly shamed Cole's charm. This drove Cole into a rage. Well, let the prisoner relax, I guess. Just chill out, dude. You have more social fights in this colony than I prefer. I typically like to run a pretty tight ship when it comes to the relationships between characters in the game, just because it really makes things a lot easier. I hate having tons of social fights. However, can't always avoid it. We've got some less than desirable characters in the area, which is fine. Lexi's pretty bad. I don't remember why we took everybody that we did. I'm sure I had a good reason, or maybe I didn't. I'm on the hunt for more steel. There's gotta be some more around here, but it looks like we've probably mined it all, at least all the steel that's relatively accessible, and that's quite unfortunate. Oh, we can deconstruct this. I'm not sure why we left that up. There's a node of steel over here. I'm going to go ahead and let them come over here to mine this. It's a little bit risky, but we do need more steel. I've also turned on the electric smelter, which is why we're having power issues, because I want them to start smelting some of the slag. What that also means is that they're going to run up here and grab these chunks, because this is still in the, it's still in the work zone, so they'll go up there and get the chunks. We could eat this horse, too. We don't really need it. We got plenty of food, but may as well grab the horse. Deep drilling is done, which means ground penetrating scanner is up next. We have 3 advanced components. That's pretty good. At least 1 or 2 of these are going to be reserved for that ground penetrating scanner, which I can't see the recipe of it at this particular moment, but... Oh, I just noticed that we had a psychic soothe for the guys. That's kind of unfortunate because the psychic ship didn't affect the guys, it was just the ladies. That definitely sucks. I feel bad about that. Maybe we'll get ourselves a soothe pulsar at some point. Make up for it. Quest available. Itakin of Fortune. A freeholder of the Empire is making a request. 2 groups of Itakin have been harassing his caravans. He asks that we send them a challenge message attracting them to attack us. Let's see, what is this? This is like 11 people twice for a legendary harp. I don't know about that, dude. I do want to get coal. Were we trying to get coal? Yeah, we were. Coal, we want to make him a count or whatever it is, because that sounds like a good idea. I know he's a vampire, so we'll make him a count. Yeah, you get me. Anyway, we'll work on that eventually. It'll take a long time to get the honor, but what we'll end up doing, I think for that, the easiest way to get honor is just to get to deep drilling, drill a bunch of gold late in the game, and trade the gold to the Empire, the caravan that was just here. I forget what they were called, the Royal Tribute caravan. So we'll do that. We're not in a position to do the end game quest for the royal ending, even if we wanted to. So I'm not in a rush to level Alex up. He does get the psychic powers, but we're working on psychic powers for other people with the tree. Looks like we're leveling up Ravane here. He's got stun and he's got blinding pulse. I'm gonna make these rooms a little bit nicer. There's no real reason to do this, especially for Mammy, since she can't walk. But let's go ahead and, oh, oopsies, I forgot to fix the vents here. We'll go ahead and put some jade fencing in these rooms, make them a little bit prettier. A mad boomalope, that's not good. Where are you going, buddy? Boomalope has gone mad. Maddened. I guess he's just gonna chill out there. Let's take these guys, and then we'll go and deal with him. He's gonna I don't want him to burn up all our traps because the wood is so expensive. So we'll see if we can shoot him before he yeah, that should be okay. We won't lose any traps this way. It's kind of risky to do that, have them come shoot the boomalope, but you know, take risks sometimes. I will say we have way too much food. Between the horse and the muffalo that we were able to butcher, and all the rice we've been growing, we have way too much food for this many people. We're feeding 9 people. It's a lot of food. We really don't need to. You really don't need that much food. A party? Cole is throwing a party. Cole, you're throwing a party in Piox's bedroom. That's a little bit weird. What are you guys talking about? Calithes and Cole chatted about cooking with lentils. Where'd you get lentils from? There aren't any lentils in the game. Alex commented about botched surgeries. Oof. Did Alex have a botched surgery at some point? I don't think he did. Oh, I got some nice things. Some people are saying nice things. Ravane offered kind words about Piox's broad-mindedness, and he verbally appreciated Cole's nose. You do have a nose, right, Cole? Okay, good. He hasn't had his nose shot off. That would be awkward. It would be awkward to have somebody say, "Hey, you got yourself a great nose there," but turns out that your nose was shot off previously. Because that can happen in this game. You can have your nose shot off. I think you can probably even have your nose punched off. As weird as that sounds. There's some weird body stuff that happens in this game. Just body parts fall off all over the place. Let's see here. Our Empire and Purple Outlanders, we've lost rep because it tries to go to an equilibrium. Every season, or maybe it's every year, I think it's every season, your reputation changes with the different groups. So we lost some standing with the Empire, we lost some standing with the Purple Outlanders, but that's okay. It's just gonna happen, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna unsuspend the button-down shirt, but I'm gonna go ahead and select it so that they only make it out of cloth, plain leather, or blue fur. We have those things, so there should be enough of those materials to finish out the order. Young Vix here is radio talking. This is one of the new forms of like child development that they added to the game. The kids can basically go to the comms console and like talk to random people on the radio as a form of education, which is super cool. However, I wish the adults could do that as a form of recreation. There's actually a pretty popular mod for this game that I'm not using, which allows colonists to talk on the comms console, just like the kid here was, as a form of recreation. It's pretty cool. It's very handy, especially if you have limited sources of recreation. So, like, here's a good example. Because Alex is our moral spiritual leader, he has 2 tiers higher of expectations. So he has high expectations, whereas Cole here has low expectations. Everybody else has low expectations. This is all based on wealth. But because Alex is our moral guide, he has 2 tiers higher. And each tier for expectations means that they have, they need more different types of recreation. The telescope is a good one. That's why I always buy a telescope. Having a meeting area, having a temple can help. I'm trying to think of some other ones. The horseshoes, which I think are inside. Maybe I put them outside? I don't remember. I should have a horseshoes somewhere. That's a form of recreation. The chess table here, that's another form of recreation. Recreation is pretty important for your characters. They really need it or they're going to go crazy. So, as you probably would, you know, if you didn't get any recreation at all and work 24/7, you wouldn't be very happy either, would you? A relationship? Oh, somebody's visiting. Group of travelers are passing by. Somebody in here is related to Ravain. Ravain's wife is here. Let's just take a look. Puis Poincub. Female, age 42, pigskin. Her husband is Ravain. She has no opinion of him. That's kind of weird. And yeah, she doesn't really know us. She's rivals with basically everybody else on our faction, which is okay. These guys are from the blue faction that we allied, so I'm not sure why they're here. I think they're just literally walking through our tile. It's a little bit weird, you know. Ravain, I don't remember exactly how Ravain came to us, but basically he showed up here, which is on the coast of Round Tiger Bay, and said, "Help! I need a place to live, and I'll help out and do work and everything." So Ravain comes and joins us, and then you're sitting there and you're doing your stuff, and unbeknownst to you, because they're just passing through around the map, your wife and a bunch of friends just like walks past you. Like, there they go, and then they're about to leave the map. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Oh, look! Mammy woke up and immediately took off all of her clothes. That's because she's set to the clothing restriction. Oh, there's our horseshoe pen is hiding underneath this pair of pants. Our clothing restriction here, let me just show you real quick. Manage outfits, anything. I have this set to 51 HP, so that way they never end up wearing tattered clothing. You need yourself a weapon. We got a good revolver for you right here. You can shoot. You're very bad at it, but you can do it. Go frenzy. The kid's on a go frenzy. That doesn't help us though, because the kid doesn't really do any work. I think I have the kid assigned to be a patient, to do childcare, and to do basic. Okay, so she'll do basic stuff, like turning on and off lights and stuff. But basically, she's just gonna chill. New lovers. Wow. Mammy gets out of bed and immediately hooks up with Cole. All right then. I guess we need a double bed. Okay. It's an excellent bed. What's on the bed here? Let's take a look. An engraving on this furniture resembles a beggar playing cards with 4 salmons. The style is Romanesque with symbolic elements. There is a hickory tree in the background. Well, Cole, you and Mammy get yourself this bed that has salmon on it, apparently. There you go. One less bedroom we need. it's fall, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the passive cooler that I have over here. Don't want it to get too cold in there. You know, we must be out of marble chunks within our vicinity. There's some over here, but I bet, yeah, they're not in the work zone. That's fine. We got some more steel that we can mine, though. We basically never have any steel because I keep telling them to make more components, and then I keep using up the components, so we end up needing more steel. But actually, here we go. We've made it to the ground-penetrating scanner. Let's see what we need to build this. Ground-penetrating scanner. It needs 150 steel, 4 regular components, and 1 advanced. I'm going to probably put these down here somewhere. Oh, whoops. We've been at risk of having an infestation here for quite some time. Oh, nice. An exotic goods trader ship. We like ships. Ships are very handy. Unfortunately, we have basically nothing that this trader wants. We could sell them our components, or our fancy medicine, or Cinder, our boomalope. But we need all of this stuff. But maybe there's something we can buy for our 407 silver. We could buy a side trainer for Word of Trust. I'm actually going to do this. This is worth it. Word of Trust is a very good psychic ability. You can put that on Alex. Word of Trust, it allows you to... I'm going to need to give him meditation time, actually, in order to get his psi focus up. That's okay. He'll get it eventually. Basically, Word of Trust means that Alex will be able to go into a prisoner and say, hey, you should really trust us. You should get on our side here. And it makes him a lot easier to convert over to our faction or our ideology. Although, no, actually, I think I just lied. It's not ideology. I think it's just recruit for faction. Ooh. It's time for another anima tree linking ceremony. We're going to go ahead and level Ravane up to the next level. We'll see what skill he gets. Ravane got Beckon. It has its uses, but Beckon isn't super helpful. I'm planning out a room here. This is where the ground-penetrating scanner is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and build one. I think it's under miscellaneous, yeah. We're going to put a ground-penetrating scanner. I'm going to put it here. We need 150 steel. We just had 150 steel. We must have made something out of it. Being pretty careful with my placement here just because you can't move these. Most things in the game you can move, but you can't move the ground-penetrating scanners, unfortunately. Uh-oh. It's coming up on time for Alex to do his death rest. Let's see if we can get enough steel to build another one of the accelerators, just so that it goes a little bit quicker. We really should build him a proper bedroom. I think that's what this was going to be. Should probably work on that. All right, Alex. Get it over with. This is exactly when we get attacked. Oh man, we got too many squirrels. Squirrel 2 is for the chop. Squirrel 3, I think you're for the chop too. Sorry about that. We appear to be running out of power again. We'll have to turn off the electric smelter here for a little while, I think. Probably the best call. I'd like to get this geothermal power generator online, but it takes so much steel. I don't remember how much it is. 340 steel? We could do that. We are pretty close to that, but I wanted to get this Death Rest accelerator built first, and honestly, we're using so much steel for everything because of components and all that, so getting this online will be more important. Just needs to get built, and I think Alex is the only one who can build it. It's kind of unfortunate, actually. It's a shame to do Thanksgiving while Alex is asleep, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Maybe we can get some good recruits off of the festival. Oh, it was fun, but not fun enough to get somebody random to join us. Look at all this food. Oh my god. Yeah, we definitely have way too much rice coming in. We're just gonna have to sell it, which is fine. We're still having power issues. That's not good. You're not blocked by anything, are you? No. Because Alex is using power right now for his death rest. I don't think he'd die if the power goes away, but it's pretty important that he continues to proceed with his death rest. We need him back as soon as we can. I wonder what's eating up all of our power. Not even sure what could possibly be eating up all our power. I turned this off. This is a huge waste of power. Or I guess not waste. It's a huge consumer of power. I don't know. Kind of perplexed. I guess we really only have a little bit of power generation anyway, so... Well, we have this too, the chem fuel reactor generator. Yeah, I'm watching the battery levels drop here. We definitely use too much power during the nighttime. Wondering if we need a second one of these? I don't really want to do that. I really want to get this online. Maybe we just go for that. We'll cancel this and let's aim for the geothermal generator. I think it's our best call right now. Got a few visitors, one of whom is Underhood's brother, Hayden. However, they don't seem to want anything. They're just here. They don't have a question mark, so I'm not sure what their deal is. Advanced fabrication is done. Nice. Well, from here on out, I'm not really even sure what we should research. It's kind of a toss-up. Medicine production would be good. Hospital beds would be good. Precision rifling would be good, but not necessary. We've kind of got our kill box here built for the heavy SMGs or the charge rifles, so I don't really need precision rifling, but I do want to get to pulse charged munitions, which we need precision rifling for, so let's go ahead down that route. It doesn't matter too much at this stage. Our research is pretty slow. Oh, Alex is back online. Nice. This will be good. Getting this thing built is going to be so good. It doesn't have any power, does it? I'm just going to build some roof over here, and then we'll move our battery over there. It'll make it a little bit more pleasant to look at in our main room. Get some of that ugly mechanical stuff out of our main room here. So, click on this guy and put it over here. Uh-oh. Mad hares. Everybody get to a place of safety. Oh, the hares are probably just going to eat up our traps, aren't they? There's a lot of them. Oh my god. There are a lot of bunnies on the map. Yeah, they're just going to eat the traps. Well, that's unfortunate. Everybody stay inside, please. And we're also going to have to order some more wood to be cut down to replace those traps. One more. There we go. Anybody else? Nope. Okay. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Medical treatment needed. What does Ravane need? Oh. Ravane needs lungs. We're just gonna have to borrow some lungs from somebody at some point. And by borrow, I mean probably permanently borrow. I don't think we're gonna give them back. He's got major asthma in this lung. Maybe I'll put him on industrial medicine just to keep him healthier for a little while. We have some, right? We got 19. We don't have it unlocked, so I think I need to leave him on herbal meds. We need some more marble blocks, and we may as well use this opportunity of needing marble blocks to carve out some more of the mountain, I guess. Not sure what we're gonna do with all this space, but we'll do something with it. Don't forget to remove roof area. The colonists are pretty good about not dropping roof on their head unless you tell them to remove the support without telling them to remove the roof first. So whenever I'm mining out along a cliff or a mountain like this, I always tend to pay close attention to telling them to remove the roofed area, just because I don't want to risk it. If they mined it out sufficiently that the roof collapsed, they could kill themselves because it deals damage to the head and to the neck, I think it is. So I pretty much just have them always remove the roofs when I'm mining along cliffs. You don't really have to, like I didn't up here because I knew I wasn't going to go in very far, and I didn't up here for similar reasons. But it's a good idea to keep an eye on your roofs so they don't collapse on anybody. The last thing you want is to have the notification pop up that one of your colonists has died because they dropped a roof on their own head. Well, friends, thanks for joining me today. I'm Juniper, and I hope you've been enjoying RimWorld Biotech. I know I have.